Rationalize the denominator. 1 divided by square root of 3 plus square root of 2 minus 1. Well, we know that mostly when we get to rationalize the denominator of something, it should be in the form a plus at least square root of b, or maybe square root of b plus square root of c. Like you have got only two terms in the denominator. Now, what if you've got three? So in such a case where I've got three, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these two, I make them one. So I'm going to say let me say a be equal to square root of 2 minus 1. Then this is going to become 1 divided by square root of 3 and then plus a. And then I'm going to rationalize the denominator. So I'll multiply by the conjugate on top and down. And if we multiply on top, we're going to get square root of 3 minus a. And then down, we know that when you multiply a number by its conjugate, just get a first number, you square it, and then you always subtract minus a second number squared, since what we have is a difference of two squares. So this will give us square root of 3 minus a divided by square root of 3 squared, that is just a 3 minus a squared. But where there is a, I'll substitute back now square root of 2 minus 1, and this is squared. And this is going to give us square root of 3 minus, I'll put back where there is a, I'm going to put also square root of 2 minus 1, and then divided by, we have got 3 minus, if we get to square root of 2 minus 1 squared, get the first term, you square it, that is going to give us a 2, and then multiply 2 by root 2 by negative 1, that is going to give us negative 2 root 2, and then get a negative 1 and square it, that is going to give us a positive 1. If we want to, we're going to write this one twice, and then we cross and multiply. So this gives us square root of 3 minus square root of 2 plus 1, and then everything divided by, if I add this 2 and this 1, that will give us a 3, and that will cancel with this 3. Why? Because there's this negative that is going to multiply with that, it will become a negative 3, and then send this negative with this, that will give us positive 2 square root of 2. And then from here, I'm again going to rationalize, because we want to rationalize the denominator. So I'm multiply on top by 2 root 2, also down by 2 root 2. So if we get to multiply, on top we're going to have root 3 times 2 root 2, that is going to give us 2 root 6, and then negative root 2 times 2 root 2, that will give us negative 2 and then 2, because this 2 will multiply with the 1 which is in front here, and then the root 2 will multiply with the root 2, that will basically give us just the 2 because the roots will cancel. Then 1 multiplied by this, that is just going to be 2 square root of 2. And then in the denominator, when you multiply, so the 2 outside will multiply with the 2 here, that is going to give us a 4, and then the root 2 multiply with the root 2, that will just give us a 2. So this is going to give us, now I'm going to write it as 2 square root of 6 plus 2 square root of 2 minus 4 divided by 4. So what I've done is I've rationalized the denominator. If I want, I can write it as 4 into 2 root 2, that is going to be 4 into 2 root 6, that is going to be root 6 over 2. 4 into 2 root 2, that is going to be root 2 over 2 again. And then 4 into 4, that will be minus 1. So that is it for this one.